my name is Mary Zupke. I'm a registered dietitian with Northwestern Medicine and also here at Living Well. We're teaching some cooking classes online, hopefully reaching you since we can't see you in person. Many of us have had questions about food safety and bringing groceries home during this time. So I wanted to let you know the Food and Drug Administration says that there's no evidence of transmission of the COVID virus in packaging or by food. Having said that, we do need to make sure that we're practicing good food safety. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. If you come home and you have your containers, you want to make sure that they don't say that you need to wipe them down with Clorox wipes, but you can do that and then let them air dry. So that's important, the air drying part. So that's one thing that you can do. And also, just most importantly, washing your hands. So remember that 20-second rule where we wash our hands before we put away the groceries and then also after. So even though that the food might not be transmitting it, we need to make sure we're washing our hands. And don't forget that 20-second rule. If you have kids at home, you can sing the ABCs or happy birthday or something like that. So the first thing we're gonna do today is we're gonna make Asian chicken lettuce wraps. And they have some mandarin oranges in there. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. Sometimes you can't find, I like to use the Boston lettuce or these for the lettuce wraps. You can use either the Boston lettuce or this kind of lettuce leaf. But if you can't find it, you can use the iceberg too. So right now we have to be really flexible with what we're looking for and what we're finding. These may be a little bit messier, but that's okay. So when you're washing your lettuce, you want to, for these, it's easy how you can just rinse them off and then make sure that they're dampened with a paper towel and dry them off. For iceberg lettuce, a lot of times I'll recommend just filling them with water like this so that all the water, once you get that first pit out, you can slam it on your counter. And once you get that part out, you can fill it up with water like this. And that's how I would normally say. But right now, during this time, you want to be a little bit more careful. You want to take those leaves off and you want to rinse each one of them so that you can make sure that they're very clean, okay? All right, so for the lettuce wraps, what we're gonna do first is I've put already the ground chicken and onions and garlic in here and sauteed those. And then we also have the garlic, the chicken, everything in there. And then those have been sauteing for a couple of minutes. And now we're gonna make the sauce. So what we're gonna do for the sauce is take the cornstarch, and you have to mix the cornstarch with water first. But this is really a simple sauce. So make sure that you mix that with water so it's really all combined. And then you're gonna put that in your little saucepan. Okay, now today we decided we weren't gonna buy a large container of orange juice. So we just got a couple of oranges and actually squeezed them so it'll be even tastier. We've got that fresh orange juice. And then we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients, the white vinegar and the soy sauce. I like to use the low sodium soy sauce. We're trying to use more herbs and like the fresh orange juice, and you'll see too that we've got some fresh orange juice, fresh orange zest to put in there, so that's gonna add a lot of flavor. So, and then we have some ginger. Now, if you can, we're trying to figure out what kinds of things to put in our pantry, and one of those things can be fresh ginger, and then you would have it on hand. If not, you can just use the powdered. So here is that yummy orange zest, which is delicious, and you just take that on a grater and it really adds a lot of flavor. And we're gonna put a little bit of red pepper in there just so that we can make sure to give it a little bit of a kick. So we're gonna let our sauce cook just for a couple of minutes. And what we want to do is make sure that it's going to coat the back of the spoon. And really the reason why you need to cook it is for that cornstarch to cook so it doesn't have that cornstarch flavor. So once you do that, the sauce will be ready. And then we're gonna be loading up our lettuce leaves with the chicken mixture. Now, before we do that, I do have the mandarin oranges. We were able to find those today. And that's not a bad idea. You can have those in your pantry and add them to salads. You can add them to a stir-fry vegetable side. And today we're gonna add them to our Asian chicken wraps. If you can't, you can also just get an orange. You can use cuties too, but today we couldn't find those. If you have your orange, you just want to peel the orange, and then you can just cut it up in chunks if you want, but if you want to be fancy, you can see these little white segments and just cut between those to make a nice little orange segment, and that'll make it beautiful for whatever you're using it for, salads or the stir fry or whatever you need. Okay, so we're gonna take our filling and we're going to fill up these little lettuce wraps. Now you're noticing that we don't really have any bread on this plate, so we're really doing a good job of increasing our fruits and vegetables today. For an 1,800 calorie diet, we need about 4 to 5 servings of vegetables a day. So this will help us get to that. And then we're gonna add our mandarin oranges. And we're gonna add a little bit of our sauce. And then we're gonna top it off with some beautiful green onions for color. So that is it for our chicken wraps today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're having a great time cooking out there. We miss you guys, and have a great day.